Austin Jones in here, the transfer from Temple, but Alabama got for this class. And I understand in years past under Nick Saban, it's been we can have an A-plus offense or an A-plus defense, and we can just squeak by with like a C-minus D-plus kicking and still find a way to win a national championship. But Austin Jones, that's not his MO, Mark. I mean, this kid, 50 of 60, he was 50 of 67 in his career, which is 74.6%. And in the last 3 years, he was 37 of 45, which is 82.2%. Jeff Banks, who's Alabama's special teams coordinator now, coming from Texas A&M, he takes a backseat to nobody. Jeff Banks takes special teams very seriously. You look at what he did at Texas A&M in 2016. The Aggies, I believe, were 11th in net punt average, 40.8 yards a boot in the country. They were they were first in the SEC in field goal percentage, 86.7%, with the likes of Josh Lambo and also Daniel LaCamera. From the punting aspect, there were Shane Trapuka, the walk-on, and Drew Kaiser, who was a Ray Guy Award finalist, also an All-American punter in his freshman year. I believe that was 2013 or 2014. But Jeff Banks takes a backseat to nobody. And I look at Austin Jones from a kicking aspect. I think he could be that guy that does more than just supply Joseph Palovis with some competition for that spot. But should he win that spot, a stable guy that can really be accurate from inside 40 yards. Doesn't have to make the 50-yard kicks, but hey, if he can make them, that's gravy. That's icing on the cake. But if he can be automatic from inside 40 yards, that's exactly what Alabama would like from him. So Eddie Smith of a defensive back and Austin Jones, a kicker, of the two guys I'm very happy with coming into this 2018 class.
So it's a good point, Stephen. The graduate transfer route is much more plentiful than it's ever been in college football, and you almost have to add it to the signees out of high school in evaluating recruiting, because a lot of key members of college football teams are moving on in that final or fifth year to another team. And I'm looking at the numbers as well of Austin Jones. Had a bit of a bumpy ride as a freshman, hitting 13 of 22. But since then, as you mentioned, 82%, 83% his next two seasons. This final season here at Temple, I don't know what the story is, but he kicked for the first 4 games, hit 4 of 5 field goals, did not kick the rest of the season. I don't know if he was hurt or what happened there.
He suffered a knee injury, an ACL injury he suffered, but he actually suffered that his junior year, tried to stick it out towards the senior year, and then played a couple of games the senior year and just could not keep going forward with that knee. So had a knee injury that held him back some.
All right. On the line with Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama, The Way It Is, Fox 97.9 as well, always filling us in on Alabama football, and certainly had to track him down to talk about this latest recruiting class. Disappointing in numbers if you just look at the surface, and of course if you have the expectations of a number one recruiting class and Alabama fans wanting to win in everything. But hang on, tons of exceptional talent to add to the current roster and make another run at the SEC and the national championship. Stephen, know you got a ton going on. Appreciate the time.
No problem, Mark. Thank you.